Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you an interesting piece of plugin that is free with just little limitations that you can unlock those limitations with just $10. And trust me, this is a plugin that I believe you're really gonna like. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So with that being said guys, let's get started. On my screen is the plugin we are talking about and it's called Samplab. So let's get straight to what it does. With this piece of plugin, you can drag a loop in audio file and it will analyze it and pull out the MIDI for you. Not only that, you can use this piece of plugin to change the whole drum structure of just a wave file. Let me show you so that you have a clearer understanding to what I'm talking about. So I will be using this drum sample here for today's demonstration. So I will drag and drop it on Samplab. Now we have the drums inside of it. The next thing we're gonna do is to click OK. Give it time to process everything, and voila, here we have the structure of that drums, that wave file. We have it here. So let me show you. When I click on anyone, as you can see, you just heard the kick, right? That's the rim. All right, so let me quickly turn off this and let's have a quick preview of the original loop. Alright, so now let me play from Samplab. As you can hear, it is playing exactly what you heard from the loop. And not only that, it will sync it to the tempo of the project in the DAW you're using. Let's say you are not satisfied with how the drums are programmed. You can now go right inside and change the positions of things, and reprogram it to your choice. Alright, so let me just do something simple. Alright, let me delete all these ones and use just these beginning parts. Alright, I don't like the level of the clap. Maybe I want to reduce it or remove it completely. All I need to do is just to highlight it and reduce it. So let's have a listen. And I believe you can hear that. Maybe we don't like the steady kick. You can decide to remove this one here. Let's have a listen. And maybe increase this last kick so that it will be very audible. Then after that, when you're okay with what you have, you can now highlight it, hold down your control, drag to duplicate. Highlight it again, hold down your control, drag to extend it, depending on how long you want the loop. Alright, so once you're done, maybe you're very okay, you can export this as a MIDI file if you want. Just put it in the DAW and further edit it, or you can export it as audio file, whichever one you like. So that is it for the drums. The next we'll be looking at is, alright, hold on, let me just export this as well. Let me just name it drums on the desktop. Alright, now we delete this section, we drag this guitar loop and click OK. Let it do its thing. Alright, now it's done. And this is where it gets interesting. Alright, now I will first play the loop. It's a loop I got online before I show you the one inside the plugin. So let's have a listen. Okay, so I'm gonna mute this so that we'll just listen to the guitar. Alright, that is the loop. Now let's listen to the same loop but from the plugin. Now, if you noticed it didn't complete the loop, that is where it gets very interesting. With this plugin, you can now complete that loop by extending there and extending this MIDI file. So let's have a listen. And not only that, you can now further reprogram the whole thing. Whatever you want to. Never mind what I edited, just wanted to show you that it's very possible to now reprogram what is existing already from a WAV file. And not only that, let me undo all these things. It will tell you the key of the sample, and you can also further change the entire key to suit the key of the project you're working on. As you can see, I switched to A major and it's transformed everything to A major. So let's have a listen. Interesting. You can switch to minor, the same thing happens. Okay, let's go to RE. And once you're done with what you're doing and you're satisfied, you hit export as WAV or as MIDI. Maybe you want to change the instrument, the VST instrument they used. You can do that now. Finally, you can also come over here. Let's say you imported a full track that has voice, drums, instruments, and everything. If you come here, you can now split the stems, the voice, the bass, the piano, everything, and individually edit or manipulate them. So guys, just let me know what you think in the comment section. But for me, this is an interesting piece of plugin. Experiment with this. Let us know what you figured out yourself, and feel free to tell us what you think about this plugin. And if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, please do like, subscribe, and remember to turn on your notification bell for future updates. So, like always, stay creative, stay focused, and see you guys in the next one.